What is going on? I'm zmoT, and I am back, baby. So, don't call me baby. Regardless, we are going to jump in. I have been gone offline, and a ton of things have happened. First and foremost, code zmoT has likely expired due to you forgetting that I existed. Secondly, this season of Warships, either you love it because you got a bunch of extra gold chests, or you hate it, or you love it just because you're just putting that aside and playing. Sonar Ops. You'll notice that the buoy is not there yet. Tomorrow at 8 UTC, August the 13th at 8 UTC, that Sonar buoy should arrive, so keep your eyes peeled for that. It was supposed to happen last week, then they changed their minds. Now it is tomorrow for sure. And, oh, is that? No, that's my submarine buoy. We've got so many buoys right now. We're going to have 3 in a second. Operations, a bunch of you have commented and said duplexity bug still happening. The team was off for all of July, so hopefully that is fixed soon, although my task force has been fully enjoying it. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Forlorn Hope is going to be too boring. Duplexity is going to be too hard, so would love to see some updates on the operation stuff. Jumping into warships, though, I have 2 different warships. This one is very, very boring. You'll see my wins are just me very strategically dropping Grens and dropping Grens in a place where they won't get killed. And on these kind of bases, I have clone rifles. I have stopped using them. What I find with clone rifles is your troops just kind of stand there, whereas with heavies, getting those heavies to rush out and kill those clone rifles, they just do a better job. So we've got heavies on the right, we've got heavies on the left. I have not deployed Kavan yet because I want to send some stuff middle left as well as middle right. And you see that heavies just do a generally better job. So if you're going up against these kind of bases, do consider using heavies. I thought clone rifles would be better for sure, but it turns out they are not, and there is nothing more frustrating than Grens in bunkers, and watching your Grens throw over their Grens, and they will just stand there indefinitely, basically. So Heavy's definitely playing a good role, Kavan playing a good role, and this account got to gold without rocket launchers, and then got rocket launchers and doom cannons, and can probably make 18. Definitely based on that win-loss of late, since adding that doom cannon and the rocket launchers. 18 seems plausible, but we're not going to focus on this one because this tech tree is not super duper enjoyable. And it really does feel like there needs to be 2 different leaderboards this season. I have intentionally not been looking up 3622. They said approximately 10,000 players were affected by the bug, and just in case you didn't notice, do go into your proto troop workshop, or I should say your armory, sorry, brain not working, and check the level. A bunch of us all had very high level clone riflemen, and I think that was an issue if you unlocked clones, but you had max level clones. Your clones might have gone back to level 1, and similarly, if over here you... Where is that node? That node is right about there, is it? Yeah, if you chose tanks, you probably noticed that on the main base, if you jump into your armory, your tanks have reverted to level 1. Supercell has said that they need to fix that. I don't know if people who had the free clone rifles are going to get fixed or not, but do know that they have acknowledged the mistake. They are going to get your tanks back. Maybe you'll have already re-upgraded them by the time they fix it. I would just carry on and get them upgraded if you use them. If you don't use tanks, just leave them, and hopefully Supercell fixes that quickly. Like I said, though, it is only in bunny ears, 10,000 people. On this account, we are using heavies and laser rangers. I tried using scorchers and laser rangers, and I just couldn't get it done, and part of the reason for that is because my scorchers are only tick 1. You notice that I do have enough keys to go to 6 engine rooms. I was originally waiting to have enough keys for critters, but then I figured, you know what, let's just wait till we have enough keys to go to either heavy choppas or to seekers. That is going to be the big choice that a whole lot of you are going to be making. Personally, heavy choppas are probably better, but I do have artillery on this account, so I am going to be going to seekers and then maybe to heavy choppas anyways. This account does have heavies. I think, does everyone have heavies? Yeah, everyone has heavies. So, heavy choppas are kind of a no-brainer, but I think seekers are going to be more fun for me. Now, what I've been doing on this account, like I said, heavies are a requirement. You know what? Let's jump out and see if we can find Sorry, we're doing a lot of catch-up, folks. I do talk a lot in videos, but we don't usually go this long without any sort of details. So my times were generally in the neighborhood of 250 to 3 minutes, and then occasionally we'd fall down against a good base. Now, I'll show you what I'm doing on these kinds of bases. On these bases, notice that my flag is over to the right. If there are Grens in the bunkers, which I am scouting like a crazy person, or we have to deal with mortars, I am using my heavies. A bit of an outage there, using my heavies to draw the fire off to the side. That is so important. Anything like mortars or grenadiers will kill all of your laser rangers if you let them. And previously, before this latest update, you would wait to use your ice shield. Now you want to use your ice shield as soon as you possibly can, because it lasts forever. It used to not last forever, and now it does. And you'll notice that I am shocking that bunker. Shocking bunkers does absolutely nothing, but I'm still doing it simply because I wanted to get the max value out of that shock. So I'm not going to exclude the bunker just to exclude it, but do know that you can't shock troops that are inside a bunker. You can shock the troops that are outside of the bunker, and that has been a long time. That has been around forever. That's how bunkers have always been. That is not a bug. That is definitely a feature. And having a lot of fun with laser rangers. Laser rangers got me from like rank 13 up into 17, so you don't need to max your scorchers. I definitely could have, but I just felt like because I don't have this GBE node back here, I do have the maybe I just have no reason except for the fact that I'm not good. Maybe it's the lack of troop health. I honestly don't know. And I know that getting Kavan with Seekers is not super duper smart, but maybe, just maybe, we can make some use of Kavan to get something useful for our Seekers, even if it's just an ice shield, as our Seekers go running through. And I fully expect to lose this battle. Like, this next battle is going to be just for demonstrations, and it worked out perfectly. So against these bases, what I'm going to do is I am going to drop 3 boats of heavies, and I'm going to drop a boat on this far right-hand side, and its only job is going to be to distract that mortar and that mortar. Let's just check to see what's inside these. Of course, it's going to be exactly what I don't want, and they're going to be all over the place, but that's where your drops are so important. We're going to drop this heavy over here, where it's going to do absolutely nothing to do anything but distract all of the things. Like, notice that it's distract. Oh, they've got laser rangers. I always overestimate the range. And again, see how I'm dropping my heavies way over there, and I'm not quite sure why I haven't dropped Kavan yet, because I'm an absolute dum-dum, but you get the basic idea. We've got our ice shields nice and early, considering how late we dropped Kavan, and then we're going to come just over here. Let's just clear some of those mines, and we'll don't have to worry about shocking anything, and let's throw a shock about there just in case. And Kavan's going to get another ice shield, and we'll clear some shock mines. And even though I absolutely fumbled that attack, like absolutely fumbled that attack, we should still be good because of the fact that our troops are all covered in ice shields, and we did a decent drop. And again, that's where running a couple accounts, not super duper great. I definitely bungled that in ways that I shouldn't have, but we can just throw all of our artillery back in this direction, getting rid of that cannon. Now our troops have split, and we're going to get a halfway decent time, even though I totally and utterly should have won that. Like, I think we're going to lose, but I totally screwed that up. Like, I didn't drop Kavan until like 30 seconds in, and we lost a bunch of troops as a result, and I'm pretty sure they started in 16, and we bumped them up into 17. But the number of cares that I have are very, very, very low at the second. So, congrats, namaste, or whatever the heck your name was. Hopefully, that's the first time being in 17, and I know a bunch of you are angry about this season, and I am taking the namaste approach, which actually just means usually falling asleep for me, but just trying to be chill about the whole thing, because the season hopefully will have a full reset, hopefully. Same deal, bunker, rocket launchers, we are going to send you there and you over there, letting our heavies get out front, letting Kavan actually get into the fray this time, and then trying to split something like this. And then once we get a whole bunch of laser rangers out, we'll do some, you know what, we're going to send our heavies to the left, because there's a whole lot of rocket launchers over there, and we might as well throw a shock out. And oh god, did not see the mortar. Mortar going to be a problem if we let it. Kavan going to be useful if we let him. And now, let's get rid of that rocket launcher and that rocket launcher, just so that our left-hand side can be somewhat useful, even though it's not going to do great, should be able to do good, and that's kind of my MO for this season at the second. So, now then, can we get those guys to go in the right direction? This is the first time I have seen boom cannons. Don't get boom cannons at the 5 engine room level. That is 1000% a mistake. I actually asked that question myself for the other account that has rocket launchers. Just go to 7. I mean, sorry, go to 6. If you're in doubt of if you should go to 6 or not, the answer is go to 6. Don't do what I'm doing right now and stay in 5 and waste all of your stars just waiting for Seekers because you're lazy to build a base. Just get going, build that base. Kavan hitting that that boom mine, but Ice Shield saving him. And now let's get rid of that boom. Ice shock mine, sorry, brain not working on any cylinders at the second. Finding it difficult to get back to real life. And now that mortar is definitely going to ruin our life if we let it. Just need to get rid of it in a quick hurry, and then we're just gonna lose. I know I'm coming to you and saying, trust me, this is good, and then losing a bunch, but do as I say, not as I do is the best way to put it, I do suppose. Anyways, if you've gotten this far, we are going to get Seekers. We will have a little bit of fun, and we'll see if getting Seekers instead of Heavy Choppas is the right answer or not. So, there goes all of that. Okay, please tell me my math is not absolutely and totally stupid. We are just going to go something like this and down to Seekers, and just like that, we have gotten all of the offensive tools and should be able to have a little bit of fun here. So we've got Seekers, we've got Flares, we've got Critters, we've got the GBE. Is there anything I should be upgrading? Probably should have upgraded medkits long ago. Scorchers we're not going to do. Let's just get in. Do I need to build a new base? Let's just put you back in about there. We'll put you about there. And I think that's our base. 6 engine rooms on its own. The deck is not a super great advantage. Oh man, where do you need to go? Let's put you over in here. Just absolutely terrible base. Do not do this. Build a base, always. Everyone is going to go up that right-hand side, almost certainly. And with Grens in your bunkers, do I have Grens in my bunkers? Yes. I find that putting one by an engine room is never a bad idea. So we're going to put you back there. We're going to put you about there. And that should do a halfway passable job. When I say halfway, I really do mean halfway. This is straight up awful. Just ugly, ugly, ugly base. I think that's good enough. Maybe we should move you. We're going to leave you. We're going to move you. We're going to put you over into this general vicinity. And good enough. Let's go. We've got Seekers. We are in rank 16. If we can't rank up, something is wrong. Maybe everyone in six engine rooms has Seekers, though. I feel like this is going to be the funnest part of the season. Getting Laser Rangers was definitely great. That made my season a lot more fun. Oh god, are you serious right now? Okay, so what do we have over here? We've got a... Gosh, this is going to be ridiculous. 1, 2, 1, 2. Let's get rid of you and you and you, and then 1, 2 over there, and then you over here, and then Kavon's gonna come out and do a brief appearance and go something like that. And we can throw a shock there, and an artillery there, and a shock there. And all of our Seekers are doing wonderful things, except for those that are gonna hit those 3 mines right about there. Mines going down, Seekers going down, and all of our artillery hitting that back engine room. And oh my gosh, look at this. So good. I kind of love the I just fizzled. That is full on ridiculousness. So clearly Seekers need a little bit of planning. We are going to let this person absolutely run through our base, and I feel like we might almost have a chance at a win, but no, they've got heavies. Heavies against Karens are going to be an absolute gong show. I do hate the fact that I'm wasting 2 spots in those bunkers by not having rifles to put in there, but we are going to lose, and that is frankly awesome. We'll come back once they finish. Okay, well, as promised, there is the loss. Now, I know a lot of boom tubers would cut that out, but we're leaving it in because it's going to be a bit of a learning process. Most definitely, barrage would definitely be helpful, and I need to pay a little bit more attention, obviously. I split my Seekers up in a big way, probably shouldn't have, and now we're just going to go all from the right ramp. They're probably going to go up and then middle and then middle, and then maybe, I don't know if they're going to go up there. Definitely need to work on the pathing, so don't just get Seekers and think you're going to have them in the bag. That will be a mistake in a giant fashion. Let's go something like this. We're going to get rid of that. We'll throw some critters there. We'll get rid of you and you and you. I'm just going to use all my artillery to clear all of the things, and that should get us moving in the right direction. And like we talked about, you can't shock bunkers, but we're gonna do it anyways, just because why the heck not, as we get all of our Seekers going in various directions, and then we can, I think we can get a shock there, and we are looking far better than previously. We do not have smoke, which is going to be a problem, but should be able to just walk through most of this stuff, and it looks like we are not gonna fizzle, and we're gonna get a time of 3 minutes and 9 seconds. So we fizzled on a 4, we did not fizzle on a 6. How are they gonna do? We don't have flamethrowers, we definitely have fewer stuff than them, and Cephalic, Cyrillic name, came in with a decent time. Let's just see what they are doing. Guessing heavy buses? Nope, they don't have heavy buses yet. They are using Scorchers and Zookas with the squad leaders and just full clearing our base. So the fact that we don't have flamethrowers, not quite sure what we're going to backfill first. Or are we going to backfill? Do we get the Seeker boost first? Probably. That is probably going to be our first step, but need to get into 18 first. We'll do one more hit just to see if we can get that rubber match with the Seekers. We are 1-1, mostly caught up. My previous video on Sonar Ops, the audio was frankly terrible. Some of you liked the background music, said it was a little bit too loud. Some of you hated it. We are going to try to get back into 17. This base looks fairly linear, I think. Now, are any of you using like a Gren over here? Like, this could easily be finished by Grenadiers, but I just don't feel like that's the right call at the second. So we are going to go something like 3 on this left, 5 on this right. Then they'll go all the way up there. Nope, I think we're not going to do that. We are going to send 2 over here on this right. We're going to go like this. 1, 2, We're going to throw some critters about there, and then we're going to drop all of this stuff over here, and we're going to throw one of those and one of those, and then we're just going to walk through all of this stuff, which is probably a mistake, but all of those mines very much worry me. And I am now seeing that they've got cryoneers in their bunkers, which is likely very, very, very smart, but that's a learning experience in itself, is it not? So we're just gonna keep moving. Those Seekers on that back right have done all of their job. Yes, singular job. And suddenly cryoneers in the bunkers, which we talked about previously, looking very, very, very smart. We're gonna end up with what, like 308? 307? Oh, it ticked over to 306. I think we've lost regardless, but Seekers, not the easy wins with a empty deck, but oh man, we lost, didn't we? Yeah, 317. So without cryoneers in our bunkers, do we have cryoneers even? Do we have cryoneers? No, we don't have cryoneers in our bunkers. We don't have green mines. We don't have flamethrowers. So Seekers on their own are not the be-all, end-all. And this base is not good, obviously. I feel like if I tidy up this base, I can get into 18. Probably. Let's just see what they did. I assume they've got Seekers as well. Maybe not, though. Yeah, there we go. So, as expected, Seekers missing one boom mine there. Missing one boom mine there, one boom mine there. That boom mine is in the middle of nowhere. So this base is frankly trash. I've also got... Do we have things we can change? Where is that choice node right there? So that choice node, extra 30% troop damage, going to be good. Troop, that right there, that Seeker boost is going to give us... What is that? 15% extra damage. So we will probably get this first. And of course, we're 2 keys short. So... Anyways, more importantly, I'm back, baby. I already said that part. I am back home. Sonar Ops is coming. I will give you an intense, in-depth guide on that tomorrow. I've got a few tricks up my sleeve. Yes, if you're wondering how the heck you can get good at Sonar Ops, I literally just went and read all of the competitive guides for battleships. It's that simple. There are some simple tricks you can learn. I guess I've just given away my video a little bit, but do go check those out. We are gonna just keep loading up all of these troops. Yes, you have to keep clicking instant, which is mildly annoying. I don't want to spend those diamonds over there just to get free troops, which seems like a mistake. Anyways, that is all for me. I am zmoT. I am back. Thank you for your patience. Last week was a lot away from work, with the in-laws, family things, and these bunkers, by the way, on the main base, leave them empty or your gold will suffer, especially if you're sitting at 419 victory points. Sure, if you're over like 1500, fill them up, but for me, not a chance, especially because I just don't do a decent job of clearing these things. I think I've covered all the stuff though. So that is all. I am back. I do have Seekers, and let's be honest, if I had heavy choppas, I would not be as fast, so I would be losing regardless. So build that base, pick your poison, heavy choppas or Seekers, and obviously you can have both. Like, let's be honest. We're going to decline that. I have no idea who you are. Sorry. If you want to send me a friend request, please do reach out via some medium. I love you, but I only accept friend requests from people who introduce themselves. First, I'm zmoT. Thanks for coming in. Peace.